And we are back. Thank you for coming to another episode of the Chris Gray Show. I am your host with the most, Chris Gray. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Got a jam-packed show for you this afternoon, evening, or whenever the heck you are watching this. Niggas been under the weather. This year is almost up. What are you guys doing for New Year's? Sort that out amongst yourselves. I'll probably be here where it's safe and where all the snacks are at, right? There's a lot going on in the news. Puff has been in the news for a very long time. Puff has been a part of the news cycle in one way, shape, or another for like the last 30, 20 years or some shit like that. So we got some thoughts on the documentary. What else? Mental health. How's everybody doing mentally as we limp into this Christmas season, as we limp out of the hellhole that was 2025. It was a tough year, really tough. Our Green Giant. So let me just get into it, right? Let me just get a little comfortable. Let's get a little comfortable here, right? Okay, so Puff, right? Let's get right into it. Fuck it, right? I'm talking about this nigga for a long time. Okay, so just check this shit out, right? Documentary was really good. The doc was really good. 50 is making his rounds. It's important that we all understand what we are looking at, because I like my audience to be informed on things and also have a alternate view on things, right? It's rarely what the masses think, right? You know, if you come over here if you want to be different, if you want to if you want to think different, come to the Chris Gray Show. Anyway, there's a lot of things that jumped out at it. I mean, there's a lot of things the documentary said and did which are interesting, right? First and foremost, it's important that you in the public understand that this is a entertainment documentary. It's important that we have that in the front. We have the word entertainment first, right? It's here to entertain you. It's right. Do not take what you've seen from that documentary as 110% fact, right? A lot of it is not bullshit, but it's like it crafted a story and a characterization of Puff, right? So that's interesting, right? The biggest takeaway is Puff probably should have been in jail maybe 8, 9, 10 times throughout his musical career, right? For various things he's done to people, various crimes that I believe he's committed, stuff like that. So he probably should have been in and out of jail for a very long time, right? But money and influence can get you out of a lot of things. And again, not again, the key word is entertainment documentary. But the biggest thing is greed. That's the biggest thing, right? Greed on everybody's part, right? Even the quote unquote victims, right? Who are the victims anyway? Right? Who are the victims if everybody's really participating in this fucking circus, right? I'm amazed any work got done, right? But we'll get to the victims later. 50 Cent is making his round. He made his rounds last week and the week before, because he is the face of the documentary, right? But they also say he has no creative control, right? And that I believe that as well. He's paid to market the documentary, right? Did he put money to fund the documentary? Absolutely. But again, they're not looking for him. They're not looking at his input or anything like that, right? Um, there's 4 episodes. It's important that you just take it as entertainment first and not fact. Be entertained by what you see, right? I won't say this is a false characterization of Puff, because I don't know him, right? But what I will say is it's probably somewhere between fake and what's real and what's fake, right? It's probably somewhere in the middle of that. I can't say it's 100% fake and I can't say 100% real, but it's somewhere probably in the middle of that. As with a lot of these things we're probably going to talk about, right? 50 likes calling Puff's question. 50 likes calling Puff's character into question a lot. I think that's really interesting because he's a checkered past himself. But Curtis don't really give a fuck about that, and it's plain as day here. But I just believe he's just doing all this to get more people to watch this documentary, right? So a lot of it shit smoking. A lot of that shit on his end is smoke and mirrors, right? It's the choir that do the A and B selection before the offering, right? Get you up, get you high, get you feeling good about everything. Then bring that offering tray around, get a couple dollars out of you, right? Pay attention to what you're looking at. Pay attention to what's being shown to you. Always question why it's being shown to you in the manner it's being shown to you, right? That's very important when you're looking at all this fucking media shit, right? Especially when you do a deep dive. All right, don't necessarily believe everything you see and or read on social media, right? You just can't. How can you make an accurate judgment on people you don't even fucking know? See, that's where it should stop right there, right? Entertainment. Anyway, so Curtis is the face of the show here to market. Cool, right? We get into it. I don't remember what order this shit went in. I seen it a whole bunch. I seen it like 5 times, but it's like a lot of it's like scrambled, right? I will say this: a lot of the people who spoke, a lot of like Kalina, Aubrey, Lil Rod, Kirk, Top Dog. Is that his name? The nigga with the really thick beard that had with the I forget his name. That guy. I don't want to call him Top Dog because we know who Top Dog is, and that Top Dog was not in this. Um, Capricorn. There's a lot of Cassie in it. She didn't speak at all, which makes sense, right? The biggest thing is like that, like greed keeps sticking out, right? That keeps sticking out to me. Like that's the biggest fucking thing to me. Is how greedy everybody was. They all present themselves like they're victims of Puff, right? But when you look at when you hear them speak about their story and stuff, you're not necessarily a victim per se, right? Capricorn said Puff took her to Central Park very early in her career with him. He takes her to Central Park with a security guard and says, I didn't know you knew Suge Knight. And if this goes left, I will have to kill you. Right? It's presented to the viewer as if he's threatening Capricorn. Right? I'll kill you if this shit go left. Okay. Right? Goes to work the next day like nothing happened. Like nobody's fucking innocent here. Puff takes advantage of everybody in this documentary. Right? By all accounts, of everybody who spoke, Puff has taken advantage of them in some way, shape, or form, right? But the biggest thing is they just kept coming back to him for fame and fortune, and then they presented to us in this documentary as if Puff did these things to them. right? And they just was just like they're just like victims and stuff. And I'm just like, just it's so fucking weird how a whole bunch of how are you Little Rod and you're working. You present yourself in this documentary as a dude who worked for Puff for 2 years, missed holidays and kid birthdays for 2 years, did not get paid. You did not get paid. And everybody and their grandma said that album is fucking amazing. And you did not get paid. You said you were drugged. And you said you was sexually assaulted. Right? But you presented to us like you a victim. In a way you are, right? I'm not trying to diminish anything he said, but it's clear people are just like quote unquote selling their souls to the quote unquote devil. It's clear as fucking day. And I don't understand it. I mean, well, I do, but the where it kind of like runs into each other. It's just like, but you're not necessarily a victim, but you're not really one, right? A lot of y'all niggas willingly participated in a lot of the bullshit. Glee, smiles on y'all face, right? That's disheartening too, right? That shit crazy. Aubrey reads she reads somebody else's account of what they seen her do, but Aubrey has no memory of this, right? The victim can't even say she was assaulted in that manner, right? So I have to believe the other person's account. Like I don't. What do we? And the thing is, niggas want to believe all this shit that Puff did to these people, right? That's the inherent bias in all of us. We want to believe that he did this shit, right? We want to believe that this nigga has been like legit the devil himself. We want to believe that as the viewing public, and it's just like my mind won't let me like, because there's my mind sees that there's holes in everybody's story, right? There's common sense errors. There's huge lapses of judgment in these shits. So it's like it's hard to just look at this shit and be like, oh man, it's fucked up for Lil Rod. Oh man, it's fucked up what he did to Kirk. All that shit. Strong armed you out of the stocks of the company so he can own it outright. Right? Didn't put in said company in your mother's name. Right? Well, you had the company in your mother's name already since before that that fucking and I heard about that city center gym shit, the Heavy D Puff basketball tournament shit that never was really played because people died, because people tried to get out. It's crazy, right? But everybody that smoked, I just kept thinking like, yo, you could have easily stopped dealing with this man, but you chose fame and fortune, or at least the allure of it, or just being in this man's orbit or in this man's circle, right? You chose that over your own dignity, right? Because everybody's saying like, if I don't do this for him, I'm not gonna be able to work in this industry again. Cool, right? But in those instances, you have to make a moral judgment, and a lot of people went the other way. So it's sometimes I can't feel sorry for those people, right? I can't feel sorry for Aubrey. It's fucked up what he did to her. When you send one email, you see that shit. It comes from your boss. This nigga talking about jerking off and masturbating, right? And you just go to work for him. You just go to work. Because if I don't do that, I'm not going to be able to be this. I'm not going to be able to be that, right? And he used those people. He used their allure, he used their greed against them. Right? That's why I'm like, yeah, he did. Yeah, Puff manipulated everybody, 100%. Right? And he sexually assaulted a lot of people, 100%. Right? But when you see shit happen, right? The escort, he goes, I saw Puff punch Cassie in the chest. I saw Puff kick Cassie in the stomach. This nigga dealt with these motherfuckers for 8 years, right? For 8 years. He just filed a civil suit last year or earlier this year. Joy Hernandez, the Spanish chick. Everybody's filing civil suits this year, right? Everybody in this motherfucking documentary chose money over moral dignity, ethic, all that shit. You chose money over all that shit. But you're talking to me as if this nigga did these ruthless things to you. Oh, you motherfuckers. Right? It just, again, it's an entertainment documentary. Come on now. I can't even look at Cassie the same. Right? By all accounts, this woman was a nymphomaniac. She's going crazy. Right? All in an effort to quote unquote police Puff. You put yourself through all that shit, fucking on these escorts to please him. But you present it to us like, did you get your ass whooped? Absolutely. Right? You didn't even go to the police. He'll never get charged. He'll never got charged for that. The video comes out, she files a lawsuit, a civil suit. You're choosing the money. Even if you think the money's gonna hurt him, you still choosing it. Right? I think it's a billionaire. What did he give you? 50 million, 30 million, whatever the fuck? Rumors is it was 18. Rumors is she was actually only got 13 at the end of it all. Everybody sit back and watch this man abuse all these people, do all these heinous shit, do all these shady ass business practices, right? Not pay niggas. The only reason why we even seen this footage because he didn't pay the people who took the footage. He didn't pay them. He didn't pay them. How are you? The Puff shit, the Puff speech at the brunch with Hov and them niggas, Leonard Fournette, all them niggas, right? I think Usher was there too, Kevin. I don't know, a whole bunch of black men, right? And we always look at Hov, right? But look more at Puff, right? Hov clearly does not want to be there. Like he just wants to have this nigga do this toast, and he'll just. I think Jay just turned around and just walked away, and probably turned into a bunch of doves and just flew away and shit, and we never saw a nigga again. But pay more attention to Puff. Look at his face, right? Throughout a lot of this shit, this nigga Puff face look real dark. Like it looks really dark. Then he like accents that with like some like really dark shades and stuff like that. Like even at nighttime. Like dark. another takeaway I got from that. A lot of you niggas are not just as fucked up as he is. A lot of you so-called victims are just as fucked up as he is. You ain't no victim if you took fame and fortune over your own dignity, moral self-respect. You took something else over that. Like you are no fucking victim, Lil Rod. You did all that work, Lil Rod, and got your booty touched, and you didn't get paid for shit. Right? Aubrey, you ignore all of Puff's advances. You didn't become a superstar. You didn't become anything. Right? You're only known as somebody that was in a group that Puff created that he assaulted. Right? And that's it. This shit is fucking crazy. Right? Just ruin people. Just ruin people. Didn't he help them ruin themselves? That's the crazy part. This nigga help people ruin themselves. Because they thought they made it. Oh, I'm working with Puff. Right? I'm working with Puff. Read the contract. It's fucking you in the contract. Signing it anyway. Because I'm working with Puff. Oh, my God. That nigga's disgusting. I'm out of here. I can't. Like, it's just like you just see people sell themselves right to the devil willingly over and over and over again, different parts of themselves. They're just selling that shit willingly, different parts. Here, you can have this too. You can have this too. He called Kalina and said, yo, I need you to speak on my behalf. She's like, yo, when I needed you, you couldn't do nothing for me. And then she still helped the nigga anyway. She still helped him anyway. It's just fucking crazy. No one left this nigga hanging out to dry. Right? I put on threads. No one beat this nigga up yet? No one put their hands on this nigga? No one did nothing? We only heard of J. Cole and Tyson Beckford, of all people. And Tyson didn't even put his hands on Puff. Put the shotgun out on that nigga. Right? Puff get into it with Kendrick. Cole steps up on his behalf. Bing, bang, boom. Ho breaks it up. So the rumor is. That's it. Reign of fucking terror. But is it really terror when everybody's just willingly participating in this shit? We could just either just leave this nigga and just go and then just like not just be a part of that shit. The first time I see somebody get their hands put on the first time I see a man, if I'm in a room with a whole bunch of other people and I see one dude punching a woman in the stomach, I am no longer going to be in those rooms with these people anymore. I'm not going to be able to, I'm only one guy. I'm not going to be able to stop what's going on with these niggas. So the best thing that I can do is just separate myself, but that's just me, right? My soul ain't for sale. That's the thing. Like you can't, no, I got to be able to fucking sleep at night, and I already have a hard time sleeping. So this shit, I'm going to do this shit for the fame and the fort. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Lil Rod, that nigga shot, you heard them guns, that shot go off in that bathroom? You continued working. Right? Of course you said what you said to help the dude get to the ambulance, all that shit. But you legit came back to work the next day, continue to work. Nigga, I would never. Right? These niggas doing mad drugs and shit. I didn't even know they had different colors of cocaine. They said pink and purple and shit. I thought the shit was just white. I thought it was just white. Shit crazy.